All right, guys, we're going to get started with the digestive system dissection. Here is the esophagus. I had to move the carotid arteries out of the way, but here's the esophagus. And just to give you a reference, here's the trachea. The esophagus, again, is located on the dorsal aspect of the trachea. To give you an idea of where we're at, here's the heart and the long lobes. Here is the diaphragm that divides the thorax from the abdomen. Here's the liver. It's a solid organ. Underneath the liver, in between the lobes, is a deflated balloon-looking thing, and that is the gallbladder. It has a greenish tint to it. Then just below that, we have the stomach, and I did go ahead and open up the stomach so you can see the stomach contents. But here's the stomach of the rabbit, and then the stomach contents inside. So a lot of hay in there, probably some pellets, but mostly hay since they are constant grazers. Then just to the side of that, we do have the spleen. It does have a yellowish tinge to it, and that is due to all the lymph vessels that are dyed yellow in this rabbit. So the lymph vessels in the spleen right there. As we go to the other side of the stomach, where the stomach meets the small intestine, we have the pancreas. It doesn't look like much, but that is the pancreas there, kind of in the mesentery, right down there, kind of tucked away. It does an awesome job. It just doesn't look like much. From there, we have the small intestine. I'm moving around, and then trying to bring up the mesentery to show you. The mesentery helps feed the digestive system. So I have arteries and veins and lymph vessels running through the mesentery. Moving things around a little bit, the cecum there. And then we got a piece of the large intestine here. And again, the large intestine is large because of its diameter, not because of its length. And the small intestine is called the small intestine because of its small diameter, not its length. There's some more mesentery right there that helps to feed the digestive system. Then moving some more small intestine around. And then we have some fecal balls as they're going out of the rabbit to the rectum. Here is some of that stomach contents that I pulled out of the stomach. And then just to give you a run through, here's the esophagus into the stomach. And I also have an open stomach here showing the wrinkles and folds, the rugae of the stomach, just showing you the outside. And this top portion, you'll see where the esophagus comes into the stomach and how that stomach is open, and the rugae. So again, there's the stomach. There's the pancreas again. Just underneath the stomach there. That gives you a little better view of what the pancreas looks like. And then I have a piece of small intestine here. And again, the diameter is small. That's why it's the small intestine. And then we do have a section of the large intestine here. And that is the width of the large intestine is larger than the small intestine. So it has nothing to do with the length. It's the width between the small intestine and the large intestine. Up here we have a spleen. It's actually of a cat. So just to kind of give you a different aspect, here's a liver. There's the top portion of the liver. And then when you turn it upside down and look underneath, there is the gallbladder that looks like that shriveled up balloon that is green tinged. That is the gallbladder. It's stuck in there between the lobes of the liver. So tried to go through and label everything for you. Again, the stomach contents, because rabbits are constant grazers, cecal fermenters. All right, hopefully this was helpful. Thanks for watching it, and good luck on the ID test.